Morocco, Koshem Zion, Lebaz, Bakher. Guys, Ana Uncle, Ana Hindi Aish from Maghreb. Guys, in today's video, I'm back home here in beautiful Martil, Tetouan, Cabo Negro, and I'm gonna take you guys through something very, very important here. Everyone's been asking me about this. We're gonna talk about flus today, and we're gonna talk about Airbnb flus from here in the summertime of Morocco. Marabebik to my dar. As you guys all know about it, before when I bought it, I posted so many videos. When I renovated it, this is my dar on a fadar in Tetouan. Technically it's in Martil, right next to Cabo Negro. Okay, welcome to my office for the day. It's very, very scenic here. I gotta show you guys the view. Check it out, guys. Look at the view here. You see the mountains there in Tetouan? Beautiful trees, plants that I've put here. Nice clean complex here in Costa Mar, which is taken care of. It's so peaceful. You go to a city like Tangier, you're gonna see something completely different. You're gonna see noise, people, everything. So this is a very calm, peaceful place. So we'll make this our office for this video, okay? I have the Airbnb numbers right here and I'm gonna share it with you and we're gonna talk about the flus, okay? We're gonna talk about what a lot of people don't talk about is the actual flus. I have the receipts, okay? I say that because I've been in Morocco for 2 years. And so one thing that I've learned is you're getting here, a lot of people will tell you like, yeah, you can make money doing this, you can make money doing this, but no one really has the receipts. No one says, hey, this is the receipts, this is, you can do that. Yeah, I did that. You wanna rent the cars, you can make this much of the profit. You wanna buy a car, you can do this. You wanna buy a house, you wanna do Airbnb. So I have the receipts and I'm here to share it with you, okay? And so many of you have been coming here to the north of Morocco, have been messaging me, very similar to people like myself. You know, when I came here, I was single, just wanted to go to the gym, grow myself, get better, live in a peaceful place that's calm, traditional, no problems. And this is exactly what you get here in the north of Morocco. So I met a lot of you from the UK, Canada, US, Europe, everywhere, who are very similar to myself. So that being said, you're probably looking for some sort of business, things to get into. So I'll just share the numbers for what I've done on Airbnb this summer and maybe give you guys some ideas. One, the north of Morocco, it's the only place in the world where you see low demand in the winters, meaning it's not many tourists, and in the summers for only about 40 to 60 days, so 2 to 2.5 months, almost maximum 3 months, you see a huge increase in the demand. And when I say huge increase in demand, this is people sleeping in their cars, no apartments available, it's no food even in the cafes and restaurants. And you think I'm kidding, guys, I'm gonna share a secret with you. Ask any Moroccan about the north of Morocco, especially Tetouan, Cabo Negro, even Tangier. They're gonna tell you this, guys. Actually not Tangier, but in the north of Morocco here in Tetouan. Ask them about it and they're gonna tell you, hey, how's that place in the summer? They're gonna tell you how crowded it is. They're gonna tell you when they came here, when they were younger as kids and they stayed in Martil, Medique, all these places. They're gonna tell you how overcrowded it can be, right? So this is one of the only places in the world, you know, think of it similar to Marbella, you know, very calm in the winter and then extremely busy in the summer. But what I'm saying is people here have to sleep in the cars, right? It's so busy and not normal, like normal families are in the cars outside Costa Mar begging for apartments. That's the first thing before we get into the numbers on Airbnb. You need to know there's a huge seasonality. People here make their money in those less than 2 months, okay? And this is not a secret I'm sharing with you. You can ask any Tetouani person, they're gonna tell you these things. Number two, my apartment was only available for, let me check the days. It wasn't available for the whole summer because I wanted to spend time here too. As you know, I'm doing the Dar in Tangier. I didn't have a place to stay there. It was so much construction. I wanted to enjoy the summer here too because I love it. So I did not make the apartment fully available the whole entire summer, okay? It was only for a certain number of days. Let me share the days with you. For 23 days this summer, 23 days. So 23 days available. Not 60 days, not 2 months, less than that. Just even less than a month, okay? That you need to keep in mind, less than 1 month. And it wasn't a month because I spent 5 of those days here within the 23 days from July 21st until pretty much August, where are we? August 17th, okay? July 21st to August 17th. And within there, I spent 5 days here in August, the busiest time I spent here. Okay, let's go through each of the bookings and we can sum it up together. So the first is, let's go to the calendar. Let's go back, guys. Again, took photos, made the listing. As you know, one thing about my dar, it's I've put some money in renovating it and everything. Look at the cabinets, the plasma, everything. A lot of people here, they just buy it and leave it with a little lamp, no lighting, horrible lighting, and people still rent it out. Me, because I lived in here, I like a certain European style that I like. So I did spend some time renovating it. Okay, first reservation, July 21st until July 30th, right? So for these 10 days, I had a booking for 10 nights for 14 million, or 14,000 dirham, million, almost million nos, okay? For 10 nights, that's what I got paid for the first booking. Then I had a booking for 2 nights for 4,300 dirhams, just for 2 nights, right? In between that weekend, there was a couple days available between bookings, 4,300. Okay, second booking. So what does that bring the total to? Let's go to the calculator, right? Calculator, 1,400 for the first booking, plus 4,365 for the second booking. So that brings us to 18,000 dirham, almost juice million, right? Then the apartment was free for 1 night. Okay, guys, it was free for 1 night, and I had another reservation. Okay, now August 4th to August 8th. Okay, I had a reservation for 5 nights for 9,000 dirhams. 5 nights, 9,000 dirhams. So that's another 9,215. That brings the total to 2 million saba. So 2,007,000. So 2,700 euro. We're into the first week of August. Then I had it free for 5 nights, which I stayed there. Okay, so me stayed there, Welo, for free. All right, then we had another booking for 4 nights for 7,300. 4 nights for 7,300. So let's add that in. Okay, that brings it to 3 million arba. Okay, that's all the bookings on Airbnb. Now, in between that, I got a phone call from one of my friends here in Tetouan. He calls me and says, oh, one of his friends has a real estate agency and they need someone for a couple to stay here for 2 nights. So I charged them for 2 nights, 140 euros a night. So plus 1,400. So that brings the total here to 3,700,000. Okay, so that brings it just under 4 million for less than 1 month, almost 23 days, 23 nights where the apartment was available. I didn't promote anything on Airbnb. I didn't put anything on YouTube, nothing on Instagram like that. I just put on my Airbnb in the busiest time. And also I got to stay here, okay? Things that I wish I knew before doing this. 1, I wish I made the apartment available the whole summer now, right? So from June, July, August, a bit into September as well. But as you know, I couldn't do that because of the apartment in Tangier, right? As you know, I had construction going on there. I didn't want to stay in Tangier, so I came back here. 2, you're gonna need someone here on the ground. Guys, the people are very demanding. For example, I had someone just book it exactly at 3 o'clock, and they screamed at me and said, I'm here at 3 o'clock, you need to give me the apartment. And like 10 minutes later. So you need to have someone here on the ground, right? Someone like myself who's here on the ground, not in Europe, not a little bit here. You're here. If something happens, you need to go right to the apartment, okay? You need to check in guests, someone that is presentable, can speak, and handle any issues if things come up on Airbnb, right? So that's something that was very, very, very helpful for me. In the summers, no apartments here available anywhere. Anywhere you look for apartment, all the windows up, there's people, the kids screaming, everything. Can't even go to the piscine. Last time I went to the piscine and my pool was in May, right? June, July, just kids, young kids on summer vacation in all of the piscines, okay? It's not until September, middle of September, when those kids go to school, that I can go relax. The adults can go to the piscines here in Costa Mar and relax. Now, if you're looking for an apartment here, so many people messaging me, I want to buy an apartment, I want to buy an apartment. Like I said, there's supply, there's not much supply here. They build and people buy it. They build and people buy it. Someone told me, oh, you have one apartment. Guys, I meet people here who have 5 apartments. It's crazy. So some guy in Costa Mar here has 6 apartments, you know? So you meet people who have so many apartments here. So there's not much supply. They build new ones. I think in Cabo Negro, they're building new projects that are for like 2026, 2027, like this. So it's very difficult to find it. Costa Mar here, there's no apartments available for sale. I bought my apartment for Mio Shireen, so no apartments available, especially at that price either. So you're gonna have to be here. You're gonna have to look for apartments in places like that. Maybe there's some new projects up and coming. I can share them with you. I can look for them. If that's something you guys want, let me know. I can look for these types of apartments within Martil, within Cabo Negro, different price points. And you can see why the apartments have gone up so much in prices, right? Is because like I'm looking at the numbers here, in the month you can make so much money, you know, and especially for the summers, over 5 years, that's a good return people make on their apartments, and pretty much almost pay them off.